Imagine this. The stadium lights blazing, you hear the roar of the crowd, and that clock is just ticking down. 0. Everything on the line.
Mhm.
What really defines those clutch moments? And what does it take to not just survive them, but to actually triumph?
It's intense, isn't it? That feeling.
It really is. We've all felt it, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not on a football pitch, but somewhere in life,
Yeah.
when time just speeds up and slows down all at once.
Yeah, that whole crunch time phenomenon, it's almost primal. The brain under that kind of pressure doesn't really distinguish, does it? Like between a game-winning shot and a real threat.
Uh-huh. So it's the same response.
Pretty much. That fight or flight kicks in and it gives you this hyper focus. It's kind of amazing, something we rarely tap into otherwise.
That really pulls you in.
Yeah.
And today we're doing a deep dive into a really captivating story. It's from a work called Against the Clock by Bill Vincent. And look, this isn't some dry strategy book or a historical record. It's a story, a really vibrant snapshot of a football team's journey. It's packed with these moments of intense pressure, but also like unwavering loyalty and individual brilliance too.
Absolutely. Vincent uses that high-stakes sports world, but it's really a lens, isn't it?
A lens for what?
To explore these bigger themes, ambition, pressure, camaraderie, things that apply everywhere, not just on the field.
Okay, so our mission today for this deep dive is to unpack those powerful lessons. About leadership, resilience, what teamwork really means, and also how success itself, even when you celebrate it, brings its own set of, well, unique challenges.
That's a key point, the hidden costs of winning sometimes.
Exactly. So we'll explore what it truly means to win against the odds and maybe how those wins can be just the start of something even bigger for you.
Yeah, Vincent's book gives us some profound insights into performing under duress and, like you said, the often unseen side of triumph.
All right, let's kick things off then. Vincent throws us right in. A stadium just alive with energy. He calls it a cacophony of cheers, boos, and the occasional vuvuzela. You can almost hear it.
He sets the scene so well. The air is thick with anticipation. You're immediately there.
So what are the key details he uses to build that urgency, that sense of what's riding on this moment?
Well, straight away, we're at the 90th minute. Score's tied, 2-2, huge pressure.
Right.
Then you get the teams, the Ravens, they're the underdogs, described as this ragtag group written off by everyone.
Okay.
And they're up against the Titans, the reigning champs. So instantly, you've got that classic us against the world tension. It's palpable.
And the key players.
We meet Alex Carter. He's the captain, 27 years old. And crucially, he believes in this team, despite them having clawed its way up from the lower leagues. His belief is sort of the anchor.
Okay, the leader. And then there's Marcus, his best friend and teammate. Their bond is deeper than just football. They've been through stuff together, personal tragedy, triumphs. It adds this whole other layer. It's not just a game for them.
That shared history, yeah, that makes it personal. So 3 minutes left. The star player for the Titans, Diego Morales, he's got the ball. How does the story show Alex stepping up in that critical moment?
Well, Morales is described as just dancing with the ball, feet moving like lightning, looks unstoppable. But Alex, gritting his teeth, Vincent writes, just charges him and makes this massive interception right as Diego's about to shoot. It's not just luck. It's pure will, anticipation, the captain doing what needs to be done.
Wow. And then
Immediately, he turns defense into attack. Passes to Marcus, who takes off on this precise and calculated sprint, shows that elite team transition,
yeah, quick thinking. But Marcus gets tackled.
Yeah, tackled hard. But it earns them a free kick right outside the penalty box. Huge chance. And Alex steps up to take it. 1 minute left, the book says. All the pressure, the hopes of the team, the fans, it's all on him.
Incredible pressure.
What does Vincent tell us about Alex's mindset right then, before the kick?
This is where it gets really interesting. It's not just talent, it's mental strength. Vincent describes him blocking out everything, the noise, the pressure, the fear, just focusing entirely on the goal.
Like being in the zone.
Exactly that flow state. It's this cultivated mental discipline. He quiets all the chaos, internal and external, so he can execute under this immense pressure.
Yeah, the shot.
It's described as just perfect. A perfect arc soaring past the wall of Titans defenders, past the outstretched hands of the goalkeeper, and into the top corner of the net. Boom.
Goosebumps moment.
Absolutely. The stadium just erupts. Pure, decisive execution.
Incredible. So Ravens go up 3-2. They manage to hold on for those last few seconds, and they win.
They do. They defend one last desperate attack, and the whistle blows. Victory.
How does Alex feel? What's going through his head?
Relief, obviously. Joy, immense pride. But Vincent highlights something else. More than anything, he felt gratitude. Gratitude for his team, the fans.
That's interesting, not just pure ego.
Right. And here's the real kicker. He immediately realizes this isn't the end. He thinks this is just the beginning.
Even right after winning. That seems counterintuitive almost.
It does, but it's crucial. Vincent uses this first big win not as the climax, but as a setup. It raises that question. What is triumph? Is it the end goal, or is it a stepping stone?
So later, they're celebrating at a bar.
Yeah, and Marcus is like, we did it. But Alex says, it's not over. This is just the beginning. It's not false modesty. It's his deep understanding that winning just brings the next set of challenges.
That's a really interesting mindset. Like, sustainable success requires looking ahead. Always.
Exactly. The real victory isn't just the final score. It's being ready for what's next.
Just the beginning.
Idea.
Powerful stuff. And yeah, those next challenges come thick and fast, don't they?
Oh, immediately. The Ravens become the talk of the town. Alex is suddenly everywhere. Interviews, photo shoots, magazine covers.
So success brings its own kind of pressure cooker.
Absolutely. It's a paradox, right? The attention you work so hard for suddenly becomes this new adversary. Vincent shows how overwhelming that scrutiny can be.
It's not just the external stuff either, is it?
Yeah.
Like the media demands.
No, it's internal too. The pressure to keep winning, to prove you weren't just a fluke, a one-hit wonder, that can actually be way more stressful than the initial fight to get there.
Going from underdog with nothing to lose to champion with everything to lose.
Precisely. It can chip away at the joy pretty quickly if you're not careful.
And right in the middle of all this fame and pressure, this agent shows up, Richard Hayes, described as smooth and confident.
Yep. The classic agent figure.
And he makes Alex this tempting offer, right? Endorsements, sponsorships, maybe even a move to a bigger team. Tells him, the world is your oyster.
Big promises. Fame, money, the whole package.
But it's more than just money, isn't it? It feels like a test of Alex's core values.
Totally. It's a crossroads moment. The pull of individual glory versus, as Vincent puts it, his team, about the bond they shared and the journey they were on together. That internal conflict is key.
So how does Alex handle it? What's his response?
He says, I'll think about it, which is realistic, you know? He doesn't just slam the door. But then he immediately adds, but right now, my focus is on the Ravens. We've got a season to finish.
Ah, so he keeps his priorities straight.
Exactly. It's not a flat no, but it's a clear signal. It shows that real leadership isn't just about on-field heroics, it's about those off-field decisions too, especially when loyalty and ambition clash, staying true to the group.
That really makes you think, doesn't it? About how you might handle those kinds of opportunities when they pull you away from your team or your core values.
Definitely. Big life decisions often come disguised as opportunities.
And the team does keep it going. They maintain that momentum. Next game is against the Falcons, described as a tough team known for aggressive play.
Yeah, not an easy matchup.
But the Ravens win again, 3-1. Alex scores 2. They're playing with heart and soul. Alex is leading by example. They're solidifying their top spot.
They're proving it wasn't a fluke. They're dominant.
But the book shows this continued success brings yet another layer of pressure, maybe even heavier.
Yes, that's the paradox again. With every win, the stakes get higher. The expectations mount. Every single game becomes this intense battle just to defend their position. The grind really sets in.
And we see it taking a toll, especially on Alex.
We do. There's a scene after one really tough match where he's just exhausted, he admits, feeling like I'm losing myself in it all.
Wow. I think anyone who's really gone after something big can relate to that feeling, where the sheer effort starts to overshadow the initial joy.
It's that burnout risk, the hidden cost of staying at the top.
So how does the story show him finding his way back from that edge? How does he cope with that immense pressure?
This is where the team, that family aspect, becomes absolutely critical. It's not a solo journey.
Right. It's Marcus again.
It's Marcus. In the locker room, he sees Alex struggling, and he steps in, offers that support. He says, you're not alone, we're in this together, and no matter what happens, we've got your back.
Simple words, but powerful.
Incredibly powerful. We tend to focus on the individual star, the hero, but Against the Clock really emphasizes that sustainable success. It's built on that support network. That connection acts like an emotional buffer, absorbs the shocks.
It's the relationships that sustain you.
Talent might get you there, but connection keeps you there. It's more than just players. They're genuinely a family.
That bond, that shared purpose.
Yeah.
That's the foundation.
So, okay, it all builds towards the ultimate test. Final game of the season.
The championship showdown.
Ravens versus the Eagles, they're big rivals, league title on the line, everything.
The pressure is immense. The atmosphere is described as electric. Packed stadium, intense game.
And the game itself is a real back and forth.
Totally, a real battle. Eagles score first, Alex gets one back, then the Eagles lead again. But Marcus manages to equalize with a header, so it's 2-2 again. Unbelievable. Deja vu, back where they started almost. Tied score, heading into overtime.
Exactly. That sense of, here we go again, must be overwhelming.
How's Alex feeling this time? Same terror or something different?
There's tension for sure. But Vincent writes that Alex also feels a sense of calm, a belief that they could do this. Why? Because they had been here before and they had triumphed.
Ah, so that first big win wasn't just a win. It built something in them.
Precisely. It wasn't just luck. It was a foundational experience. It forged this collective mental resilience, this deep, almost gut-level confidence. They know they can handle this pressure because they've done it.
So when Alex gets the ball again, final minutes of overtime, just outside the penalty box.
He can draw on that experience. He takes the deep breath, blocks out the noise, focuses. He's not just hoping anymore. He knows they have what it takes.
And the ball flies. Again, past the outstretched hands of the goalkeeper and into the back of the net.
Champions. Against all odds.
Champions. The stadium erupts, the team piles on him. Pure celebration. And Alex's feelings. Still gratitude.
Yes. Relief, joy, pride, all amplified. But especially gratitude, again, for his family. That word keeps coming back.
It's a beautiful symmetry with the first win.
It really is. And that line from the book, they had triumphed against the clock, in overtime, against all odds, and they would do it again. It's not just the statement, it feels earned. It's about the character they built.
So looking back at this whole journey through Alex's eyes, it's such a powerful story about resilience, isn't it?
Mm.
And leadership, but maybe a quieter kind of leadership. And that unbreakable team spirit.
Absolutely. How underdogs can rise, but also, critically, how success itself creates new pressures, and how integrity, staying true to your team, your family, guides you through those tough choices off the field.
Yeah, it really drives home that the biggest wins often happen right when you feel like time's running out, or the odds feel impossible.
And that winning isn't always the finish line. Sometimes, like Alex realized right at the start, it's just the beginning of a whole new chapter with new tests. It's about building that foundation for whatever comes next.
So as you listening, reflect on this deep dive. Maybe think about this. In your own life, what does it mean for you to triumph against the clock? What are those moments? And what does that idea, this is just the beginning, mean for your next big challenge or your next achievement? What new pressures might success bring you? And maybe most importantly, who is your family, that trusted network who will help you face them?
Great questions to ponder.
Definitely something to think about as you navigate your own moments against the clock.